of the western sky comes
Runway DFW.
The following program comes to you in color.
Live from Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport in Texas, this is Runway DFW in color. Now, here is your host, Walt Zwerko.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be on this big blue marble. It's Walt with you for another day, or another morning of Runway DFW. Live from DFW International Airport here in Texas. We are coming to you from the same exact spot we were here with you on yesterday afternoon, the DFW Founders Plaza, as we watch. What is that plane coming in there? That's flight 2770 from Atlanta, an A321 flying in front of us. And we'll have lots of those planes over the next 3 hours leading up to the time that we hand things over. We shovel things off to Kevin and Rudy over at Airline Videos Live for a full day of airline activities from LAX. So, here's your pregame show, and we will see you for the next 3 hours on Runway DFW. Thanks for watching. Well, I'm sitting here in my easy chair. We're kind of waiting for the skies to light up. You can see, well, that's our main camera, which is... We used to be able to come here at 7 a.m. and use this camera, and I may not... It may not be possible in the coming weeks because it's just too early for this camera to focus. Well, there you go. That's a little better. It's a cloudy morning, 67 degrees, very pleasant. And here comes American Eagle Flight 4030 from Mobile, Alabama. It's an Embraer 175. Let's see if this camera can follow along with it. If not, we'll have to go to our number 2 camera. It'll brighten up soon, but I don't think we don't have daybreak today. We don't have the sunrise for another 30 minutes or so. Yeah, that's pretty dim. So we'll work on that. Here's our number 2 camera, which is designed to give you bright pictures in the low light conditions that we have currently. But as I said, it's cloudy out this morning. Let's see, what does my watch tell me? Sunrise is at 7:37 a.m., so we're still 30 minutes away from sunrise, and even then we're probably not going to see the sun because of those clouds. So, we'll do the best we can with the gear that we've got. And I've got to fix our ATS, or our, Flight 3621 coming in from, I want to say Jackson, Mississippi is next. There it is there. Hang on while we there we go. That's a little more like it. Okay, so welcome to all of you. What have we got here?
American 2551.
Sorry, because I'm using my backup camera over here. I don't have my usual monitoring, so that was American Eagle Flight 3770 from Birmingham, Alabama, and Embraer 175.
Hold short, 20 left, 37.
Still getting a little organized here. Raina Taylor says, good morning, Walt. MR Rice, I think I've fixed the scanner that was locked on the ATIS. So thank you for that alert. TriStar Darren says, good morning, Walt. Doug Hewson says, good morning as well. Here comes another American Eagle flight from Colombia. I was off just a beat there, wasn't I?
One-eight left, line up away American 1890. Our American 2760, there's a 1-8 right.
I want to recognize Epic Toastman, who says good morning, everybody, who is also, I see, celebrating a 3-month anniversary of membership with Runway DFW. Thank you so much, Epic Toastman. Check out the Epic Toastman channel here on YouTube, because he does what I'm doing on a regular basis, and he's also regularly
Switching American 1693, good day.
showing you planes from Love Field as well. I haven't been to Love Field in a while, so check out his channel. There is American Flight 1890. It's going to Las Vegas. It's an Airbus A321. As you saw, the bottom area of Flight 2551 coming in from Houston Intercontinental George Bush Airport here in Texas.
1-8 left, clear for takeoff, American 1890. 1-8 left, line up away to American 1965. American 25. Echo Alpha, hold short, runway 18 left, American 2561. RNAV Laren, 18 left, clear for takeoff, American 1965.
Channel member Luke Jensen says good morning from Farmers Branch, a suburb of Dallas Fort Worth.
Good morning.
I'm going to loosen up this tripod here. That was American Flight 1965, arriving from San Antonio, Texas. Looks like we're clear. Well, we've got another flight coming in. There is that spectacular, excuse me, spectacular morning sky. Well, there you see an American, a United, and a Spirit plane getting ready to take off.
2782's upper 13 right for your.
You're about to see American Flight 1048. It's going to Chicago O'Hare. This will be a
Short,
Max 8.
2768.
One of the rarely seen Maxes here at DFW Airport. Somebody was saying in the chat yesterday that American flies these a lot on East Coast routes, their Max planes, but we don't see too many of them. Or at least I haven't seen too many of them here at the big airport here at DFW.
Clear to cross, 18 right, hold short, 18 left, American, 2782 on Bravo.
Tower on board, 3760, visual 18 right.
American 2760, which you may have somewhere 18 left, 925. Cross 18 left and whiskey Lima 25 American 2551 at Alpha, cross somewhere 18 left, 965 on the bridge. Cross 18 left, Alpha 65 on the bridge, American 2551. American 2782 at Bravo, cross somewhere 18 left.
I think we're looking at American Flight 1811 in Airbus A320 going to Omaha, Nebraska.
2782, 18 left and ground on the other side. American 1048.
Michael Wilson says, good morning, everyone. Finland guy who got a gifted membership yesterday, as I recall, and also was here for the arrival of Finnair flight from the daily flight from Helsinki, says hello.
Arnett B Park, 18 left, clear takeoff, American 1811.
Roger Williams says, seems weird that there are not too many MAX 8s at DFW, being that it's America's home base. I guess that's, it could be perhaps their maintenance facilities for that aircraft are more convenient for other routes. It's hard to say. I know that American has a maintenance facility in Tulsa, Oklahoma, which is not too far from here, but I don't know if they service all types of planes there or if MAX 8s have to go somewhere else. I don't know. Can you even begin to imagine what it takes to schedule an airline to actually see that the planes that have to go from point A to point B are at point A when they have to get to point A so that they can go to point B? It just seems like the world's biggest nightmare. So hats off to airline schedulers.
Alpha wait, 18 left,
Spirit
18 right.
is going to Cancun,
Departure, American 1811.
and it is off. I hope you're all having a good morning or afternoon or evening, as the case may be. We're here to bring you some stress-free airport activity. Kind of get your day started or give you a little pause, a little break. And yes, this camera does not have quite the zoom that our daytime camera has, so we're a little far away from the action. That will be fixed as we go through the morning. There you can see the sky starting to light up back there.
Roger, 3, what do you think?
It's United planes going to Chicago O'Hare. And the plane that just arrived as we were watching the United plane take off was American Eagle 3760 from Tallahassee in Embraer 175.
RNAV, be parked, clear for takeoff, 18 left, American 1520.
Charles A. Templeton III says everything about the airline industry is complicated. That's what makes it interesting. I never thought of it that way, but that makes a lot of sense. Hayless Flyer Chris, who was here in person yesterday, our great moderator and channel member, says that a lot of the MAX 8s are based in Miami. So that kind of answers that question. There you see some comings and goings. The plane coming in was from Abilene, Texas, American Eagle 3647, and the plane going out was American Flight 1320, off to the mile-high city of Denver.
Line up, wait, runway 18 left for American 524.
So there's a lot of activity here in the morning. We had some big jets come in before we went on the air, of course. I think a couple American Dreamliners from South America.
Clear takeoff 18 left, RNAV to be parked for American 524.
American Flight 524 to Los Angeles. Hey, if you're watching Kevin and Rudy later on, watch out for American Flight 524, because here it comes. Although actually it may get there before they start up, because it's only about a 2.5-hour flight, I think.
3598 switching. All right, 18 left, line up and waiting down 1276.
So there's a Delta Flight 1276. It's going to Minneapolis, St. Paul, an Airbus A320.
1998.
Our first identified 20th century plane of the morning. A 25-year-old aircraft going off to Minneapolis, St. Paul.
Alright, FB Park, let's take off 18 left, Delta 1276.
Runway 18 left, American 15 Joseph. Alright, clear to land 18 right, hold short, Bravo, American 1107, we're parking west as well.
Well, it looks like we're in for a somewhat spectacular sunrise this morning as the sky starts to light up. There's a plane coming in over on the east side.
18 left, let's take off, American 15 Joseph. Runway 18 left, line up and wait, American 2897.
Alright, Park, Delta 1276.
An American Airlines flight from El Paso is about to land. It's flight 1107 and Airbus A319.
Alright, have to B Park, runway 18 left, clear for takeoff, American 2897.
You heard it. American Flight 2897 is on its way to St. Louis. It's an Airbus A320.
Bird 18 left, Golf 8, American 1107.
Well, we got pretty much non-stop action this morning. It's mostly smaller planes, but you wouldn't think there'd be this much going on a Sunday morning at any airport, but this is a pretty busy hub airport here. And I think the statistics indicate that most passengers, most people who arrive here, this is not their final destination. This is just a way station on their way to somewhere else.
Departure, American 2897. Have a good morning. That's B Park, runway left, let's take off, American 2993. Morning, tail, I'm looking at 76.
Here's an American Eagle E-Jet coming in from Houston Hobby Airport here in Texas, in Embraer 175. We see a lot of those. And there's the morning skyline of Dallas, Texas back there. Danizu Leo just subscribed. Thank you for that.
45 clear across 18 left. Y'all take care, American 1107.
Let's see what we got over there.
Whiskey Mike, cross 18 left.
So I believe what you're looking at there is flight 1947 going to San Diego, California. But I think ahead of it is going to be flight 2569 to Kansas City.
Tower American 2612, visual 1 right.
DFW spotter had a dream last night. I was on a Los Angeles to Dubai flight on Emirates A380, and AVL would have caught our takeoff, but I woke up. No, you can always try for another dream, I guess.
2569 from takeoff 18 left on FB Park.
One 8 left, line of point, American 1947.
So there goes the flight off to Kansas City. Let's see if we can pick it up as it rolls down the runway. Just enough light now, I think, for our main camera to return to utility here.
American 1947.
Switch and see it, 2569.
So here goes flight 1947 off to the left coast on to San Diego. So we have an American Eagle flight arriving now. You'll see it in a second. It's coming in from Springfield.
Morning time, American 1913. We're just outside livery for 18 right, parking west.
I apologize because I made a mistake. We're parking east. 1913. Could land 18 right.
And just like that,
Departure, good day, American 1947.
it's quiet here for a moment or two anyway.
Takeoff A, cross 18 left, over to grounding 5143976.
See if we can adjust our cameras here and give you the multicam view of things. There, isn't that pleasant? We have American Flight 2612 just about to touch down from Denver, Colorado. It's an Airbus A321. So we will tear away from our sunrise shot there. Sunrise coming up in about 4 minutes here. Here comes that flight from Denver.
Runway 3373, checking in, visual on your right. On your right, clear for land, runway 3373.
All right, nothing taken off. We've got a flight coming in from Austin. Flight 1913 will be here in just a moment. Ryan Paulding says, good morning, my friend Walt. Good morning to you, Ryan. William Weiss says, good morning, everyone from Florida.
Whiskey, Lima, cross 18.
I had a few trains at, who's very familiar to all of us in the chat, a channel member saying, is celebrating 6 months of membership. By Jove, 6 months has flown by. Literally. Lovely to spend time with Walt, the mods, the viewers. It's a great place to be. Thank you. Well, we salute our mods, we salute our viewers and our members, and just anybody who hangs out here with us. Thank you ever so much. It's become a real community, I would say. And TriStar Darren celebrating his tri-month anniversary as a member of this channel. I'll read his message in a moment. Well, time for a moment of reflection here as we look at the sunrise with the skyline of Dallas and Irving, Texas in the background, or in the well, if the sunrise is in the background,
Okay, it's Whiskey Lima, cross 18 left, and then after the bridge, 1930.
Next arrival is going to be American Flight 3373 from Manhattan, Kansas, and Embraer 175. We'll swing around for that in just a moment. Oh, so we were here. We were with a few trains at. 6 months has flown by. Literally, love you to spend time with you, Walt, the mods, and the viewers. It's a great place to be. Thank you very much. TS says, good morning, Walt, and everyone. Mary Extraordinaire been with us for 6 months as well. Wow. That make me feel, you know, I forgot that this was even a thing, but this week it's our 2-year anniversary here at Runway DFW. We've been doing things here for 2 years now. Now, our beginnings were very modest, I must say. I was still figuring out how to do this. And I wasn't really sure that it would ever catch on the way that it has. And, you know, there was a time where I think, well, will we ever get to 100 subscribers? Well, I don't know, but it's still fun to do. So now we're at more than 14,000 subscribers and more than 200 members, which, again, is very satisfying to me, and I hope that it's an indication that this means something to you as well. So thank you once again. You and you and you and you and you out there. Aviation Mike says, what a great 2 years, Walt.
Go up to the ramp, monitor from 0.85, runway 3373.
A-list flyer Chris is approaching his 6-month anniversary here with us. 5 months and 27 days. Well, it's just around the corner. And be sure to check out A-list flyer Chris for he's on the socials, and he's got a YouTube channel, and he's posting things. He travels quite a bit. I was talking to him about this yesterday. A-list flyer Chris was here with us in the studio audience, and yeah, he does a lot of traveling every year, and he posts pictures of what he does and videos, and so be sure to check out his handiwork here on YouTube, and I believe he's on all those other social media things. As we chat with one another before, we had that kind of burst of stuff happening, and now we're waiting. We've got a flight coming in from Milwaukee, American Flight 2621. It's still a couple of minutes away. MRI says, congratulations, Walt. Hope year 3 will be even better. Happy birthday, Runway DFW. I just never thought about it that way. Patricia Roland says, happy anniversary. Thank you, Patricia. Zach Montague says, or is it Montague? Says, morning all. Raina Taylor, a QuadJet member and a friend of the channel, says, congratulations, Walt. I'm glad that I got to meet you, and it's a pleasure to be with you in this wonderful community. You know, yeah, it's not me. You know, you could plug somebody else in here, I think, but the community is what really makes this channel go, and so I thank everybody who's here. Pull out to give you a little bit better view of all the clouds we've got this morning. Very interesting cloud patterns this morning. Ms. Wolves 13, a channel member and a great mod, says, wow, I can't believe I found you 2 years ago, but I'm so pleased. And A-list flyer Chris says, thank you so much for the mention. I should mention that more often, A-list flyer Chris. I apologize for not doing that. I will continue to do that. Stephanie Williams says, great channel. Love to see the 777. Channel member Carolyn Crowder says, a very good morning, Walt, from here in Reidsville, North Carolina. Congratulations on 2 years of plane spotting. And yeah, you know, the thing is, I'm not a lifelong plane spotter, as sometimes you can probably tell. I kind of got very interested in it just a couple of years. When I started, I thought, well, I saw Big Jet TV doing stuff from London and around the world, and then I saw Kevin doing things from LAX on Airline Videos Live, and I thought, you know, somebody should be doing that here at DFW Airport, and nobody was at that time, and so I thought, well, I'll try my hand in it. I have kind of a similar background to Kevin as a photojournalist and someone in TV news, so that's how I started. So I'm still learning a lot as I go along, and when I have a question, usually one of you can answer it. Some grackles on approach here. Jane Welshie lady says, love DFW channel, one of my favorite. Congratulations, Walt. Thank you. Phil G, a channel member, says, good morning from California. Here's that flight we mentioned earlier from Milwaukee. So you're up early in California. Now, I think we finished up our broadcast yesterday here before 6, but by the time so after I packed everything up, which took me about an hour, because that's how I do things sometimes when I pack up. It takes me a while. Sometimes I just sit in my chair for a little bit and kind of contemplate things.
About 122 is going to be. Whiskey Lima cross 1 left, Gulf to the ramp.
But so, anyway, so then I went to get something to eat. And while I was eating at a restaurant nearby, I was posting today's show, so you would know where to find it. And then I had to go to the grocery store on the way home, and it's about an hour drive when I don't stop. So anyway, by the time I got home, it was after 10 o'clock. And then I had to go charge batteries and make sure everything was ready for this morning. So didn't get a lot of sleep, but whatever. Rodney says, good morning, Walt. Good morning to you, Rodney. Sebastian Echeverry. Ooh, she's so scary with the ghost and the pumpkin and everything. Good morning, everyone. I think I've gone back in time here, haven't I? Louis DeHaan says, good morning, Runway DFW Walt. That's me. Thank you, Louis. Channel member. Patricia Roland says, thank you so much for starting Runway DFW. The live stream is amazing. Well, if you're looking for airplanes, you're not seeing any right now, but we will see some shortly. And we should have a couple of interesting planes before we go. We should be able to see the Japan Airlines flight come in from Tokyo and Korean Air coming in from Seoul. Next on the docket is American Flight 1226 from Miami, a 737-800. So stay with us. We'll see some more airplanes before too much longer. Aviation Mike says, I've been watching for a while, but was so glad when I finally could become a member. Thank you, Aviation Mike. Joaquim Haberny is checking in from Frankfurt. And we won't see there. We usually get a couple of planes in from Frankfurt every day, American Airlines and Lufthansa. We won't see. I don't think we'll see either of them on this stream. We've got kind of a hard out here at 10 o'clock local time. So Joaquin Gerardo Baratero 1 is our newest subscriber. And we'll say Louis DeHaan is celebrating an anniversary. All right, here comes that plane from Miami. Well, it's nice for us to have something colorful and inspiring to look at while we're waiting for planes to come by.
American 600 visual 18 right. Clear land 18 right, American 600.
M.R. Rice says, Walt, here's an interesting bit of history. Love Field is 105 years old and LAX is 95 years old, both in the month of October. I couldn't have imagined that Love Field was that old. Thank you for sharing that bit of information.
Whiskey Mike, and we'll go to the Alpha Gate, American South.
And of course, DFW Airport will celebrate, it's like a spring chicken. It will celebrate its 50th birthday of airport operations in January. Rawhide says, good morning, Walt and friends from South Euless, another suburb of Dallas-Fort Worth.
And American 600, we're parking west.
We're going to take a look now at American Eagle Flight 3023 coming in from Lafayette, Louisiana. It's a CRJ 701ER. We have a mainline American Airlines plane arriving next. It's American Flight 600, which originated in Austin, Texas. Point our camera to the north here. Got a couple of bicyclists who have just cruising through. It's a nice place to, if you're on a long bicycle ride, it's a nice place to stop off and get a drink of water. There's fountains here for you, but unfortunately no restrooms here at Founders Plaza at DFW Airport.
Left now, American 2342, visual runway right. Cleared land, 18 right, American 2342.
Well, those clouds almost make it look like we've got terrain here in North Texas. I mean, to have some texture to the sky is so nice when you're following planes coming and going.
Oh, sure, 111,
Nick Resin says, what a landing shot with the sunrise in the background. Yeah, that's kind of what I was referring to. I mean, of course, there are places where as planes are landing, you see snow-capped mountains in the background, but here, not so much. That is American Flight 367. It's an Airbus A321. Destination unspecified. So it's off to somewhere. Flight radar 24 professes to know not where. If I had an old pocket timetable, I could pull it out of my back pocket and look up the flight number and tell you exactly where it was going. Of course, I could punch in the flight number on a computer now and figure that out as well. Well, I've talked about it before. I loved those pocket timetables. I would scoop those up whenever I was at an airport.
All right, cross 111, whiskey Lima ground 85.
I just like to look through them for some reason. I don't know why.
Got a departure Rick 367, see you.
Mick Larkin, channel member, says, hello from my holiday in Nice, France. You're in Nice, France? What are you doing watching this right now? No offense. I mean, I'm glad you're watching, but I don't know if I was in Nice, France, if I'd be watching an airline stream or not. Maybe I would. Yeah. I've got a couple spare minutes. You can see what's going on at DFW. I hope your weather is good for your vacation. It sounds like a lovely getaway. American Flight 2342 from San Antonio, Texas. An Airbus A321 is about to arrive. Let's check it out. Well, it's really nice when we have these overcast mornings because our position here is opposite the sunrise, as you can see, and so our coverage tends to be a lot of silhouetted airplanes unless there's a lot of cloud cover, so kind of lucking out so far in that regard.
Lima cross 18 left, and we are going to
I can't tell if they're shutting down a runway here or not, but we do have a
Alpha outbound and 0.65 at top of the bridge.
our first big international arrival of the morning. Korean Air Flight 31 from Seoul. It's a Dreamliner. -9. And here it comes. That plane took off from Seoul 12 hours and 8 minutes ago. And now it is here. It's a 4-year-old -9 Dreamliner.
Runway 18 left, American 2029.
A lot of you like to see, I like to see the UPS planes coming and going. On Sunday mornings, I don't think I've ever seen a UPS plane arrive or take off. So I think we're out of luck there. We may see some other cargo arriving or taking off. We had a couple of cargo planes come in overnight. I think one was a Korean Air 747. However, where those big cargo planes come in that aren't UPS, we can't see them from our vantage point here. There you see American Flight 2029. It's on its way to Santa Ana, California, 737-800. That's the only thing in the immediate vicinity right now as far as plane activity goes.
RNAV layering 18 left, clear for takeoff, American 2029.
American Eagle Heritage livery. We'll go back to that in a second. We saw that yesterday a couple of times. CTFC Jake is our newest subscriber. Jake, welcome aboard. That noise you're hearing, that roar, I don't know what that is. I guess it's possible. It's possible, I guess, that they're doing some kind of engine testing over there at UPS headquarters, but I don't know. All right, well, we're in a kind of an intermission here as far as plane activity goes. And now that sound is abating. George Ragsdale is checking in, says, good morning, Walton Mods. I like the UPS also. Well, we'll see them later. Now, we've got some weather on the way here, some rainy weather. I don't know yet what our schedule is going to be this week, whether we'll do mornings or evenings or whether we'll be rained out. I don't know. I do know that when we do the evening shows, our after dark shows, I think we're going to restrict them currently to Tuesdays and Fridays when we can, because that seems to be the day that they don't unleash the sprinklers on us. At least that's been my experience in recent days. So, but other than that, I don't know if we'll be here in the mornings or the evenings, or if we'll be rained out. So keep those notification bells turned on, I hope, and we will see what happens. Let's see here. I think we should do something like this right now. Yes, that nautical theme is entirely appropriate for an aviation show. Sounds like the Love Boat, but no, it's Runway DFW. Jet age entertainment for the 21st century. Walt is here, that's me, on this day, which is, let me take that out, put this in, Sunday, October 22nd, 2023. Welcome in, if you're just joining us, if you've been here with us for the last hour. Glad you could hang out with us for all this time. We're coming to you live from Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport in Texas. And we'll be with you for another 2 hours leading up to the big show from LAX, Kevin and Rudy at Airline Videos Live. So it's a full day of plane spotting if you like plane spotting. Meanwhile, I'm sitting here in my comfy little fold-out chair looking at Flight Radar 24, and we seem to have a plane coming in from Indianapolis, which is this right? Oh no, I guess it's flying over us. It's an American Airlines flight that's going to Austin, an American Eagle flight going to Austin from Indianapolis. It looked like it, I guess it's flying right over us. I don't see us. I don't see it in the clouds up there. But yeah, it's at 36,000 feet, so probably I wouldn't be able to see it. I thought it was land. I thought it was being redirected here from Austin somehow. Okay, so false alarm there. I think the only thing I can show you right now would be Delta Flight 839 coming in from Atlanta on the east side of the airport. Kind of far away, but it would be at least something flying around. I don't see it quite yet. I think we've played that little message from George there. A-list flyer Chris, who spent our entire show with us here, sitting right next to me, said we had a lady at Founders yesterday who ended up there after making a wrong turn, and she stayed a while and became quickly intrigued. Yes. Airports have that effect on people sometimes. Right, here's that Delta flight we told you about, coming in from Atlanta. It's an Airbus A321. Again, it's coming to you from quite a distance because it's over on the east side of the airport, where we can't see it actually land, but we can watch it glide in.
To the west side, to about hotel when you're right. Airline
1330, I think they kind of bad news. Austin is now actually ground stop, as in not new when we'll see an update. After a fire, we'll get an update at 14150.
American 1330, thanks for the heads up. 1415, you said?
American 1330, that will be to see the update.
Okay, thanks for that.
Hold on there, we've got a plane to see. It's American Flight 1330. It's going to Austin. A 737-800, and right behind it will be Delta Flight 724, headed to Salt Lake City, an Airbus A320, and behind that will be United Flight 2371, an Airbus A319 going to San Francisco. There's the Delta plane of which we spoke.
Our American 1330, are we clear to shut down here, or do you got a better spot for us? Okay, we'll do that, man.
So it sounds like American Flight 1330 needs to shut down for some reason. I couldn't make out what they were saying. Often it's for paperwork or because they have to count passengers or get all the flight data from the airlines control.
Left 18 left, Delta 744.
So it looks like the Delta plane will move into position, take off for Salt Lake City.
Erna B part, clear for takeoff 18 left, Delta 724.
One 8 left, line up way, United 2371.
I did say we'd go back and take a look at that American Eagle Heritage livery. So we'll do that momentarily.
American 941, can you roll to the end of 13 right? I do have some plan. Thank you.
RNF B Park 18 left, clear for takeoff, United 2371.
Or departure, good day, Delta 724.
So off goes that Airbus A319 to the city adjacent to the bay. Meanwhile, that American flight is now off the radar. They're still waiting on whatever they have to do before they can take off. And as promised, once I get the shot lined up, we'll look over here. Now we can only see the tail of it, but you can see the difference between the American Eagle Embraer 175 in the foreground and the one in the back, which I believe was an Embraer 170, which has that special livery on it. And who knows, maybe we'll get to see it a little later this morning, I hope. Aviation Guy 241 says, Walt, did you hear about the United Airbus A321neo coming to DFW? I did not. You are the first to inform me of that. Sue's S7, a channel member said thinking they said a ground stop in Austin. It's Formula One race day today. Yeah, somebody had mentioned to me that it would be a great time to go down to the Austin airport because there'd be all sorts of aircraft landing, you know, probably a lot of private jets and whatnot. But yeah, I wasn't able to get down there this weekend. Channel member Jose Aguilar says, good morning, Walt. Lovely day for plane spotting. I totally agree.
Left side. Sorry, Delta 1.
Cyril
Short 18 right, American.
Carteron is our newest subscriber. Thank you. CTFC Jake says, good morning from Grimsby, England. You're getting some rain over there, have you not? I hope it's dried up a little bit for you to enjoy the rest of the weekend. Oh. And Jake says, I'm flying to DFW tomorrow. I hope you have a great flight. Are you going on the A380? That would be a cool thing to do. We have another 6-month membership to celebrate. Linda Kavinsky. Congratulations on 2 years. She's saying that to me because I've been on the air for 2 years now. I enjoy watching you. Well, thank you so much, Linda. Means a lot. We don't have a lot going on, though, right now, I have to say. I have to be honest with you. We're keeping our eye on American Flight 1330, which is going to Austin there. It's on the left side of your screen. But it is not taking off, and perhaps that has something to do with a ground stop, you know?
Cross 18 right at Bravo, hold short of 18 left, American. 18 left, clear for takeoff, RNAV to be parked, Skywest 9892.
Well, I'm looking to see if we've got anything interesting coming up. We've got the Reno Air Retro American Airlines livery coming in, which is scheduled to be here in about 10 minutes. Meanwhile, we do have a little American Eagle puddle jumper headed out.
Good morning, American 1066, flight range.
I didn't mean to demean it by calling it a puddle jumper, but that was flight 9892 to Oklahoma City.
Bravo, cross 20 left, over to ground, please, 541.
Looking to our south, we get kind of a backside shot of this 7878 Dreamliner. It's just coming out of the hangar, so it's headed off to its first destination of the morning.
Runway 18 left, envoy 3609.
We have some planes coming in to do some taking off. That American flight to Austin is there. The American Eagle flight you see is Flight 3609. It's number 175. It's going to Wichita, Kansas, there on the right.
RNAV to be parked, clear for takeoff, 18 left, envoy 3609.
And it's just gotten the clearance. Meanwhile, we're going to take a look at American flight, an international flight, American flight 1066, arriving from Mexico City. This will be a 737-800. And I'll switch over to that as soon as my camera focuses. There we go. And it's the One World livery.
Go ahead, park your envoy 3609.
Now here's something we've been keeping our eye on here. I see some workers doing some hammering there. If you look to the right, you can see these chest-high fence posts. So they appear to be putting in some kind of a fence. Here, they're digging more holes for fences there. With that auger tool. I have no idea what the purpose of this fence is going to be, other than to keep us from getting too close to the airport perimeter fence. But it's really going to cut down on the ability to spread out and watch the planes, especially, if you're on the grass, you get a nice clear view of the planes. So let me pan over here. If you're on the grass here, which nobody is right now because it's kind of early, you get a nice clear view of the planes. You don't have there's no obstructions because we're on kind of a ridge here at Founders Plaza. Now if they put up a fence there,
Thank you, American 537.
I don't know. I don't know what the purpose would be, other than, additional security or something.
Clear for takeoff, 18 left, RNAV B park, American 711.
Well, I'm against it. American Flight 711 going to San Francisco today. It's an Airbus A321neo. And there it is, rolling now. As we have an American Eagle jet coming in from Roswell, New Mexico there. We'll watch that land. The UFO capital of the USA.
Tower American 27.
Alright, let's leave it clear, cross runway 18 left, and then we'll address that.
That flight to Austin's still grounded there. An American Eagle flight there. It's
we're not ready for your departure yet.
going to Lubbock. Lubbock in Texas, that is. There's some birds. Don't like to see birds around the runway.
Good morning, American 883, bound for 18 right. That's land 18 right, American 883. Line number 818 left, American 25. Clear for takeoff, RNF depart, American 2538. 5.1 left on board, 3734.
This aircraft arriving from El Paso, Texas. Flight 537, I think. TriStar Darren says all you see nowadays more and more fences, paranoia. Well, you know, I am of two minds on this because I totally understand why airports and airlines would have some sort of paranoia in this day and age.
Seeing a few American 2538.
You know, and I understand why anybody with a badge would be suspicious of someone with tripods and things that look like cameras but could be something more sinister. I totally get that. I mean, if you were in charge of security for an airport, you wouldn't want to be the one who made a wrong move. So I'm very sympathetic to, you know, if any law enforcement officer want to come over here and check out what I've got, I'm totally fine with that. I have no problem. I think anybody who does something like what we do here would be, you know, feels the same way.
RNAV, B-part, clear for takeoff, 18 left American.
You want their jobs as security people to be easier, not harder.
111,
What have we got going there? Let's see. I'm going to say that's flight 1902. It's going to Oklahoma City. It's a 737-800. If you are a new viewer of Runway DFW, you can say, what are all these American Airlines planes here? This is the headquarters of American Airlines. It's just around the corner, and technically it's in the city of Fort Worth. Got a giant campus very nearby. And, you know, over the last couple of decades, American has kind of taken over as the major operator here at DFW Airport. When the airport opened almost 50 years ago, it was Braniff was the #1 airline here. Delta had a hub here for a few years after Braniff went belly up. But then American kind of emerged. American moved its headquarters from New York to Fort Worth.
RNF to be back runway 18 left at takeoff American 1729.
Right up and wait 18 left, American 22 left.
Aviation Guide 241 says if they add a fence here at Founders Plaza, I won't be able to go down in the grassy area. I think we've got the Reno Air livery coming in here. Focus, focus, focus. There it is. So add that one to your bingo card.
Cross 18 left, this ground 185, American 537 as
That flight was coming in from Roswell, New Mexico. Is that right? No, Fort Myers. I'm sorry, Fort Myers, Florida. The Reno Air Retro livery. I got confused there for a second because we had a Roswell flight come in earlier, and that airport code is ROW, and this is RSW. From Fort Myers. There's another look at the Reno Air Retro livery. Now I will have to go over and ask if they're still here when I finish up the broadcast. I'm going to have to go ask these guys that we're about to see here. They're putting in the fence. They're drilling the holes. I'm quite sad about this. I guess we'll just have to see what it turns out being. Looks like we've got a baby bus touching down here. Another look at the Reno Air livery. The plane that arrived was a Flight 2566 coming in from Lubbock, Texas.
Take off 18 left, American 2211, RNF departure.
Out of way 18 left, American 722 Romeo.
Take left, 18 left, American
3192, 6 out, 180.
This is Flight 2211, an Airbus A320. It's headed to Boise, Idaho.
Cross 18 left, hold short 18 right, American local 979.
Departure after the Mercury to up.
On that B Park, let's pick up 18 left, emergency 722 Romeo.
I believe this is flight 2722, 737-800, going to Reno, Nevada.
Toronto 35 on the visual for 18 right. Certainly on 18 right, on 35 again. Okay, in position and hold on 3983.
I was talking to A-list flyer Chris yesterday about his many travels. As I said, he travels quite a bit, and he was telling me his technique for traveling without stress, and that was to get to the airport for a morning flight, no matter if the flight is at 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock or 8 o'clock. His plan is to get there like about 5:45 in the morning, before all the security is swamped by passengers. He gets to park and go through security, and then he can just relax at the gate. Get something to eat or just kind of take a little nap. And that makes all the sense in the world. As you can see, we've got a lineup of planes ready to go. Before we go this morning, we're still here for about another 90 minutes. We should see Japan Airlines flight come in from Tokyo, and we may see Qatar or Emirates 777s come in. I should check on the status of those. Let's see if I can do that here.
Tower 1067 visual 18 right.
So it looks like Qatar flight 731 777 from Doha is first in line. We should see that at about 9:21. So before we go, Emirates flight 221 from Dubai is also early today, scheduled at 9:24. So we should see those two big jets here on this broadcast. So. And if we're lucky, we'll see them come in on this side of the airport, which is what we always hope for. So let's see if we can make sense of what's happening over there. That's an American Eagle.
Runway 18 left, line up late, blue string 51.
Embraer 175.
Departure container point 39. Hold short, left hand off, Cowboy 35 again.
Oh, we're going to have a better look at that American Eagle Heritage livery in a moment.
Land runway 18 right, American 12.
This is going to Grand Junction, Colorado.
South American 2788, visual 13 right. Runway 18 left, clear for takeoff on 9 Valera, blue string 5196. 1249, clear for 258. Wait, left line, wait, please. First park on way.
And now, as promised, looks like it's pulling out for its next assignment. It's an American Eagle Embraer 170, I believe, in the American Eagle Heritage livery. It's going to Monroe, Louisiana.
Runway 18 left, American 1440.
But it looks like it's not scheduled to leave at 8:40, so it's right on time, or at least to back out of the parking spot. It's a 14-year-old Embraer 170. Look at that, with a glorious sheet line across it, or I guess multiple lines.
American 1067 did say so, we're parking west.
A330 main landing gear is here to say hello, mates. John P. with a greeting. Hello, everyone. Hope you're all well this Sunday. Steven Solito says, good morning, Walt. Hope your morning is going well, or is good well. Why is the plane on the lift staying out? Or on the left staying out? Yeah, we were talking about that earlier. That one there is destined for Austin. I think somebody was saying there may be a ground stop in Austin. We welcome Chu Kim as our newest member. Follow along with this special heritage livery. Again, we saw it yesterday a couple times, maybe 3 times. But that's pretty classic looking. I give it a thumbs up.
Clear, RNAV flare cleared for takeoff, runway 18 left, American 1440.
Arriving now is a 737-8 from West Palm Beach in Florida.
Yankee cross 18 right, full short 18 left, this is 909. American 1229, starting the final 20 right. Clear to land 18 right, American 1229.
RNAV depart, this is 18 left, clear for takeoff, 730 18 left, line up and wait, American 1174.
Well, as you can see, the sun is starting to break through the clouds.
Echo Whiskey, Mike, hold short, runway 18 left, American 1220. Okay, we're putting out the American 1067.
Departure, American 1440. RNAV land 18 left, cleared for takeoff, American 1174.
Full 18 left, American 1772. South runway 3332, visual 1, free right.
Departure, 1381.
Tower 1369, visual 1 right. American 1369, visual 1 right. When I clearly, I'm from Clear to land 18 right, hold short of Bravo, American 1249.
We have quite an assemblage of aircraft waiting to take off here on the west side of DFW Airport at the moment. That was American Eagle 3384 from Grand Junction, Colorado, number 175.
Takeoff, I have to land.
Hold short of 18 left, and off 8, hopefully 3384.
Line up and wait 18 left, American 1584.
There's so many planes on the radar, I'm having a hard time to pick out which one is which. This one appears to be... hold on, it's got to clear out of the way of some of the other planes.
American 304.
Some kind of business jet there. Okay, this is flight 2114 going to Santa Ana, California.
Go land 18 right, American 304.
As flight 1229 arrives from
ground point
Cleveland,
6 miles,
Ohio.
Bridge clear to cross 18 left at Yankees exit 909.
Really ground 18 left, with Lima ground flight, 2125 American 10.
Connect cross 20 left, ground 25, American 1220. Bravo cross 20 left, go to ground 2182.
I believe this is American Flight 1584 to Las Vegas. With the nose pointed to the right of the screen.
American 2880 for 18 right.
There goes that American Eagle Heritage livery across the bridge to the east side for takeoff. So I'm glad we got kind of a look at that first.
Bravo, American 2880. We're parking west.
Because our view is kind of blocked by other planes right now.
Echo Alpha, hold short of 15.
Arriving from Tampa, Florida is American Flight 1369.
RNF, park 18 left, clip tape, American 1584.
20 left, line up, wait on 34 left.
Men at work still drilling holes for fence here at the big airport.
RNF, layer 18 left, clear for takeoff, onway 34
Kind of an obstructed shot there. Okay, we did that.
18 left, line up and wait, American 2081.
Effector.
A330 main landing gear says lots of 737s today. Yeah, and that's America's biggest or most. They have the most 737s, I believe, of any of their aircraft.
Good morning, American 1584.
Channel member and moderator Michelle RS says, "I need coffee, LOL." Well, I've got some coffee here, but I don't think you'd want mine. Arriving from Birmingham, Alabama is American Flight 304.
American 422, visual on your right.
Okay, we're cross 180.
As you see another 737 there coming out of the hangar, ready for its next assignment.
All right, 1 right, clear to land, short of Bravo, American 422.
Back to the action.
Cross 1 left, 80.
And it is non-stop action this morning. Flight 2081 is at the center of your screen.
American 304.
It is destined for Sacramento, California, an Airbus A321.
Altitude American 304.
At Alpha cross 180 left and pointing a general copter bridge for American 3269.
Airport 3879, 4.5 miles, position 13 right. Airport 3879. Right. American 698.
Citizen Towel wonders if the fence is related to the end-around taxi construction, though I thought DFW only received funding for the end-arounds on the south side of the 18th. I don't really have the answer. But yeah, if they're going to do any construction in front of us, I guess maybe they need some extra barrier. But what they're putting in is not a temporary fence. This is, you know, with the poles and the concrete footings and all that. So, you know, it's not like one of those orange, here's a temporary barrier so you don't go through it for a while. This looks like a permanent fence that they're appear to be putting in.
That's from American 1330.
So the plane coming in was from Tucson, Arizona, flight 2193. The plane going out, flight 2081 to Sacramento. Just tuning in, no problem. You're watching Runway DFW live and in color from Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport in Texas. Here is the that's that flight to Austin. In fact, now we have, oh my goodness, we have 3 flights to Austin which are backed up here. So there must be some, or at least 2. I see 2. Arriving from Charlotte, it's flight 422. It's an Airbus A321.
Fire boy, 18 left, American 2239. Double cross 20 right. Tower American EW visual 1 right. Clear land 1 right, hold for the Bravo, American EW.
Dig we must, I guess. Used to be a sign in in New York City, I think it was Con Edison that did that was the local utility, and whenever they were having some kind of a project, they would put up signs that says, "Dig we must." But yeah, with the location of these posts, there's going to be a very limited amount of space available for people here to kind of spread out and watch airplanes. Another Airbus A321 coming in from Phoenix as you...
RNAV Leonard, clear to go 18 left, American 775.
Saw 777 is still waiting to cross the runway.
Copy, cross 18 right.
To go back to
American local 750.
the hangar. I think it's gotten the clearance now to go across.
Take in for American 15 or 1323. We're there now, he does do.
Departure American 2309, nice job.
This Airbus A321, it's flight 1075 headed to Palm Springs.
Hold short at Whiskey Mike 18 left, American.
Left, and we are parking. Right on our pop up to the Bravo.
18 left. Private Alpha Cross 20 left, ground on the bridge, American 422. Cross 20 left, 25 on the east side, critter cross 18 left.
Flight 2560, an Airbus A319 arriving from Fort Walton Beach, I believe. Destin Fort Walton Beach on the Gulf Coast of Florida.
That's the second RJ off the route, top of the bridge, ground American 193. Cross 9 left on Bravo, ground 85 on the Washington 37.
So I am seeing at least 2 Austin-bound flights, which are parked, waiting for authority to take off. So I guess there must be some kind of ground stop or something going on in Austin.
6206, visual 18 right.
I don't know when that Formula One race is supposed to start, but I would imagine there's some anxious passengers on those planes.
RNAV to Lair, clear for takeoff, runway 18 left, envoy 3874.
The plane we just saw was coming in from Raleigh-Durham, North Carolina, 737-800, flight 802. Ooh, we gotta catch my breath.
Tower America 375 is on final 20 right.
TriStar Darren, channel member and one of our wonderful mods, says less than a 200-mile journey to Austin would have been quicker to drive at this point if you factor in the time at the airport before boarding. That is unmistakable.
Yeah, American 9785, go ahead, sir.
It's not a bad drive to Austin from here,
Yeah, we're stable.
I would say.
Thanks, sir. Tower American 1323 is ready for departure 18 left, 18. Over to departure on board 3874. Tower, good morning, American 2138, visual 18 right. right, full short Bravo, American 2138.
That plane arriving from Fayetteville. American Eagle Flight 206, a CRJ 901ER. Kim W. is our newest subscriber. Appreciate that, Kim.
Our nav Valerian, 18 left, clear for takeoff, Sky West 3224. 18 left, line way, American 1323.
Got a couple of Florida flights about to arrive. Flight 375 and Airbus A321 from Jacksonville in Florida. And right behind it, an Airbus A321neo from Miami, Flight 2138. This is the Jacksonville flight.
Runway 3416, visual 1 right. Right, card line, Bravo, runway 3416. Have a great day, Sky West 3224. Our nav Valerian 18 left, clear for takeoff, American 1323.
Seven three inside 18 left, line up away for you.
Runway 3763, visual 1 right. One right, clear land, hold for the Bravo, 3763.
Our nav Valerian, clear for takeoff 18 left, traffic inside American 1820.
I can't tell you what that was taking off there. My flight radar didn't update. This is the flight arriving from Miami.
Departure, good morning, American 1323. One right, clear land, hold short, Bravo, 2204.
Okay, the flight that took off there a moment ago was Flight 1323 to Austin. That's the one, I think that's the one that's been waiting for, it seems like, a half hour or so. So good to know that that aircraft has been unleashed.
Cross, 18 left is Golf 8, and we'll contact us 252. Cross 18 left, emergency leave ground, 25.
Flight that just took off was American 1820 to Ontario, California.
Left, east to west. Let's do man across line left on east side.
From Rapid City comes this American Eagle Embraer.
Cross 18 left, 2560, ground plane, clear at the bridge.
It's American Eagle Flight 3416.
Cross 18 left on Alpha, point E0, bridge, American left.
American 18 point, pushing one.
We should tell you at this point you're watching Runway DFW live and in color from Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport, one of the busiest airports in the world. My name is Walt. We are here with you for approximately another hour or so before we turn things over to our pals Kevin and Rudy at Los Angeles International Airport for their full day of broadcasting their Sunday Spectacular. So, we hope you'll hang out with us for the next few minutes. You will be auto-magically redirected to Airline Videos Live when we end our broadcast. And thanks for watching Runway DFW. Look at that, I timed it out just so it ended exactly right. We'll take that out. Remind you that it's Sunday, October 22nd, 2023. At least here in North Texas it is. I don't know what the date is where you are. Dogwood 67. I lost your tweet there. Morning, Walt. Mods and fellow spotters. Hope everyone's well, having a good weekend. I am. Brian SFO says Walt, and I can't read those. My eyes aren't that good. I can't read those little icons. Emojis. Josh Aldridge says, good morning, Walt. I am back in OK City, in Oklahoma City. Josh just completed a trip to England, I think it was. Or Europe. Hang on, I'll have to get back to that in a second, Josh. Josh is a Quad Jet member, so we appreciate his patronage. It usually always feels good to get home from a vacation, but you feel kind of like
American 1313, probably around 5 to 10 minutes here to start above.
You want to be back where you were. Let's see, let me put his message up again here. I was going through DFW. I was impressed going through DFW last night. From the time I got off the flight from London Heathrow until I got to the gate for my Oklahoma City flight was only 30 minutes. Well, that's a pretty good connection. So we're hoping you had a very good trip and got to relax and have fun and see new things. We've got American Flight 1567 coming in from Atlanta. Seen here. 737-800. And the plane going out there is, oh, that's the other plane that was waiting to go out to Austin, flight 9785. So happy to see those Austin passengers off. James Smith says, I caught you as you were ending, Walt. No, we're here until right around 10 o'clock. We don't like to step on our pals at Airline Videos Live, and Kevin usually starts up around 10, sometimes a little before, so there might be just a little tiny bit of overlap, but we'll get you over there.
Airline cross 18 left, Alpha left, 1
American Flight 2681 arriving from McAllen, Texas, a 737-800.
at Alpha, 18 left,
Brian SFO says high five to Walt. Is that what that was? Thank you.
On that wire, clear for takeoff 1 left for American 389.
Japan Airlines Flight 12 is landing. Well, let's see if we can see it here. Is it coming in on the... Oh, it's coming in on runway 13 right. So even though Japan Airlines Flight 12 has now landed at the 777, we're not going to be able to see it until it kind of pokes its little airline head out from here. So we'll see it crossing over from 13 right over to the terminal. So we'll see it, but we're not going to see it landing, unfortunately.
Tower runway 3308, visual 18 right.
Bevster, channel member, says, good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, Bevster. You must be somewhere on the continent or in the UK, I guess, if it's afternoon for you. Unless you're here in the US and you're just a little mixed up, I don't know. Lori M, channel member, says, good morning from Garland, Texas. Hello, Walt. Hello to you, Lori. Good to see you in the chat. Raina Taylor says, I'm going to head out. I wish I could stay and see the other big planes coming in from Japan, Dubai, and Doha, but getting a little tired. Have a great Sunday, everyone. You too, Raina. Get some rest. Yeah, we kind of missed out. Oh, there it is. Kind of snuck past us there. It may take a while to get all the way over there. It's got to wait for other runways to clear. But that is Japan Airlines Flight 12, 777, ending a flight of 11 hours and 4 minutes. Came in on runway 13 right, which we cannot see from here. So this is the best we can do, is to show you the gleaming white Japan Airlines livery as it waits to cross over. However, we do still have, and they should be kind of in the vicinity now, the flights from Dubai and Doha. So those are both 777s, and they often are directed. Sometimes they'll land over on the east side. Sometimes they'll land here in front of us. So yesterday, we were having good luck yesterday with flights that can land on either side of the airport, landing over here with us. So.
Ground point 85, cross runway 3485. 2651 at Alpha, cross 18 left.
Now we're talking about Airline Videos Live.
Good day.
Here comes American Eagle Flight 3308 from AVL, Asheville. That's the airport code. So yeah, in about 45 minutes, we'll shut down here and hand you off to our capable brothers in aviation, Kevin and Rudy, for a full day from LAX. I'm sure Kevin will have some more stories to tell about his trip back from JFK, New York. Looking forward to hearing that.
18 left, wait, go with 13 seconds.
There goes a Sun Country plane up into the sky over there on the east side. Joe Blowing the Wind is our newest subscriber. Thank you, Joe. Inching us ever closer to the 15,000 subscriber mark. And there is a $20 super chat from our pal Skittles out there on the West Coast, up early with us. Good morning, Walt, and everyone watching Runway DFW. I hope all is well. Please stay safe and have a great week. Thank you, Skittles.
18 right, clear to land, hold short of Bravo.
As I mentioned earlier, weather is going to be a factor here at the big airport this week, so I don't know how much we'll be able to broadcast. We'll just have to play it by ear as the days go by. This American Airlines flight coming in from San Antonio, Texas. An Airbus A319. Flight 2792, I think.
Alright, 18 left, over takeoff, American 2046. Off-way 18 left, American 928.
This is flight 2046. As you can see, it's American Airlines. It's a 737-800. It is on its way to, or does it know the way to San Jose? I think it does.
RNB Park 111, clear for takeoff, American 928. Wait, left line, up away, on 149.
Arriving from Montgomery, Alabama is American Eagle 3571. And Embraer 175.
Oh, it's fine, back 2046, good morning.
There's Josh with, I think it's another milestone membership message. Where'd it go?
Alright, delay on 18 left, clear for takeoff, on 439.
Yes, another 6-month membership from Josh. Celebrating 6 months. On the flight into DFW, there was a collective moan among the passengers when the captain indicated it was 92 degrees Fahrenheit, especially since it was in the 40s and 50s in the UK. I can only imagine. Joaquin Haberny with a 349 euro super sticker, a lemon character waving his arm to say hello. So thank you, Joaquin.
Alright, B Park, clear for takeoff, 18 left, Ferry 1971.
A very kind.
18 left, American 1330.
Very kind of you to do that. There you see a
Good day, I'm
Spirit Airlines Yellowbird on its way to Las Vegas. It's an Airbus A320 Neo. And I think, there it is.
Arnav Laren, clear for takeoff, 18 left, American 1330. One left, line up, way last, 543.
So the plane coming in there was from Las Vegas, American 2649.
Roger, have a good morning, Spirit 871.
And the plane going out was to Las Vegas. So we've got Las Vegas coming and going. Off and Away 101 is our newest subscriber. Appreciate that.
Hold short of 18 left.
Dennis White says, I enjoy your stream, Walt. You do a great job. Easy like Sunday morning. I do love airline videos live. Kevin and Rudy are awesome. I think we can all agree on that, or at least most of us can agree on that. So, yeah, I won't get a chance to look at much of their broadcast today, but I will be listening to it while I'm driving around doing other things. If you've never tried that before, it's kind of fun just to listen to Kevin and Rudy go on about planes and such. Here's Alaska Airlines Flight 543. It's a MAX 9, one of the rare MAXes that we see here. It's going to Seattle.
There's 18 left, hold short, 18 right, local 521.
We may have to pull away from this because we've got Flight 731 coming in from Doha. It's a 777. It's Qatar Airways. So as much as I'd love to show you, well, I don't see it. I can barely see it, so we'll see how this goes.
Cross 18 right, Alpha, hold short of 18 left, Alpha American.
Max, says A-list flyer Chris. Maxie, quips TriStar Darren.
Cross 18 right, 23 around, local 521. Echo, Alpha, hold short, 18 left, connecting 2234. 18 right, please land Qatar 9 on Victor Sierra.
Well, okay, we're about to have to pull away to see the big 777 Alaska Airlines.
One left, clear for takeoff, our empty park, Alaska 543.
On up and right, 18 left, American 313.
There are the serrated edge engine pods indicating a MAX aircraft. Similar to what you see on the Dreamliner and on some of the newer 747s.
Should take up 18 left on it to Laren, American 313. 18 left, line up and wait, American 2655.
There's that Japan Airlines plane still looking for its parking spot at Terminal D. And we're just going to have to whip around here. I don't usually do this, but here comes the Qatar Triple. A majestic bird. Now the Emirates flight from Dubai shouldn't be too far behind it. I don't see it on the immediate radar, but it was within a few minutes of this plane when we checked earlier. And yes, it is. Just we've got an intermediate aircraft coming in from Albuquerque, and then we'll see the Emirates. There was one time, one Sunday a couple of weeks ago, we saw both these triples land in a row.
Okay, Emirates 55, uniform heavy 18 right. Rescue Lima, call short of 18 left, Jackery 9 altitude. Land 18 right, Emirates 55, uniform heavy.
So this again is one of the longest flights that we get here. 15 hours and 28 minutes of flight time. And the Qatar flight has 2 flights a day here. The other one is typically an A350-1000. And we saw that yesterday in the afternoon when we were here. So here we are at our outpost. I can see the Emirates plane. I think, let's see if we can. On the right side of your screen is the plane coming in from Albuquerque, and here's the Emirates 777. From afar.
Cross 18 left, Alpha.
Good cross 20 left at Alpha, 22 to 4 copy.
MRI says Walt, American Airlines 5524 will be landing at LAX in 42 minutes. I think that is one that we saw go out earlier on the stream. Of course, Kevin and Rudy don't catch every arrival, much as though I don't catch every arrival here, since we've got 2 different sides to the airport, and we kind of focus on the west side when we can. We'll poke our heads over on the east side every now and again for a special flight, or if there's nothing happening over here. But so far we've been pretty lucky this morning to have a lot of activity. This is a 15-year-old plane. It has been in the air for 15 hours and 15 minutes from Dubai.
East side today, American 2335. Alright, 0.65 south of the bridge, cross at Whiskey Lima for the Alpha route, American 2335.
Hey Tower, envoy 3489. We blew past Whiskey Hotel. Are we good to go to Whiskey Fox? 18 left, line up and wait. That works. Envoy 3489.
There you saw in the background that Qatar flight has yet to dock at Terminal D. So we got the 2 Middle Eastern flights under our belt this morning before we pack things up. Sometimes these planes run a little late. Sometimes we don't get them both in. Sometimes we get one, not the other. During our time with you.
Lima, hold short 18 left, Emirates 55. 5.
As we've mentioned before, Emirates has a new livery they're rolling out. This is still the older livery. The newer livery, the colors on the tail are a little more textured, I believe. I don't know if that's the right word, but they're not solid colors. It's a similar design, and I think the word Emirates is even bigger on the fuselage, if that's possible. Seem to have cleared out the backlog up here on 18 left, going out.
B park, clear for takeoff, 18 left.
Hey man, remember me? It's Andrew from yesterday, says Andrew Plays RB. Yeah, I do remember you, Andrew. It was good to speak with you.
Switch in departure, U2, along with 30.9.
Hope you're having a good morning.
Skiddy Max, head across 18 left and U2, thanks, Emirates 554.
So yes, it's definitely quieted down here at the big airport. I'm going to scan the radar here in a minute and see if there's anything worthy left for us to hang out for. See if that Qatar plane got parked yet. I can see the Japan Airlines tail there figuring prominently in on the skyline there. Yeah, I'm not seeing any other notable flights coming up in the near term. Graphic Sign and Design says, Walt, thanks for a good week of streaming from Runway DFW. Glad, I think it says, I am a member. Well, I'm glad you are a member too. And I say thank you to Pete Nordine, who's a channel member who has upgraded their membership. So thank you, Pete. Wow, it's just like everything ground to a halt here. There goes the Emirates plane finding its place down there at Terminal D. But it's almost like somebody threw a switch here.
That's right, 1595 on the visual, only 18 right. Clear to land, hold short, Bravo, American 1395.
As you just heard, there's a plane coming in, American Flight 1395. That's from Minneapolis, St. Paul, 737-800. We'll see that in a minute or two. So there's all our shots, but there's hardly anything to see. There's this. It's down there in the lower left corner of your screen. That's American Flight 2963. It's a 737-800, but it doesn't have a destination listed.
Alright, I have Lara, 18 left, clear for takeoff, American 2963.
We'll get a little bit of action for you with the arrival of Flight 1395 from Minneapolis, St. Paul. I consciously added the St. Paul in there because I know what it's like to be from a twin city area like Dallas-Fort Worth, where some people kind of shorten it to just Dallas, and I'm sure our friends in Fort Worth get a little peeved about that. So here goes that flight to a destination which is unknown. Oh no, it's going to San Antonio. Okay.
Whiskey Lima, hold short, 18 left, American 1395.
Flight 2963.
Tower Sky was 36-4, visual 1, 8 right. Clear to land, 18 right, Sky was 36-4.
American Eagle Flight 3170 from Durango, Colorado. CRJ 701ER. Gently touching down, just kissing the runway. Yeah, there's just not a lot going on right now. Skittles says, Walt, like I told Kevin from Wellington Flights. Yeah, there's another Kevin who's a streamer. If you're not familiar with Wellington Flights Live, check out his channel. His name is Kevin. He said, I want to thank you for creating an amazing place where folks from around the world can gather to enjoy airplanes. It's amazing what you've built. Thanks. Well, you know, this whole thing kind of came about very organically, I would say. You know, certainly I didn't solicit people from around the world to join in here. They just kind of found it, thanks to YouTube and thanks to our friends like Kevin at Airline Videos, who gave us a mention every now and again, and that certainly helped our growth. So yeah, people kind of hang out where they feel comfortable, and I like to think that thanks to our great moderators, this is a place where people feel comfortable and kind of hang out and chat with one another. So as we kind of wind down here, and as they keep building a fence around us, here comes American Eagle Flight 330. My mouth is not moving. 3064, I think it was, from Colorado Springs. If I'm not mistaken, that is in the state of Colorado. Well, so who knows? Maybe by the next time we're broadcasting, there will be fenced in by whatever these gentlemen are building. They've got a big auger. I guess that's what you call it. They're digging holes. Now, it looks like the fence will be not... it won't be so tall that we can't peek over it with our cameras, which is good. But, you know, as far as the people who come out here to casually view things, it's... especially if you like to spread out on the lawn,
Martin Tower, American 2969, visual 18 right.
it is not going to be a welcome sight.
Right, clearly American 2969.
So again, once I get done with this broadcast, I'm going to kind of wander over there and see what they've got to say. If they can provide any insight into what's going on over there. American Flight 1693 from Oklahoma City. It's an Airbus A319. TriStar Darren is generous enough to gift a TriJet membership to a viewer who will be the first to snap that up. And that will be Brian SFO. So thank you, Darren, and welcome, Brian.
We're parking east, American 693.
757 Chip says they're fencing Walt in, so he'll have to stream 24/7. You know, I don't have the endurance for that. And maybe if they also put in a restroom here, maybe I could, but I think the longest I've streamed here was about 5 hours. And that's kind of about my limit, I think. Now, just to be clear, you know, they're putting this fence here. There is, you see a fence, a razor wire fence behind that. That is the perimeter fence of the airport. So, you know, we can't nobody's getting around that. It's, you know, got razor wire, and I'm pretty sure it's got sensors and things to make sure that nobody goes through. So what the purpose of this additional fence is, I do not know. Well, got another plane coming in. This is coming in from Bakersfield, California. American Flight 2699, an Airbus A319. In the waning moments of Runway DFW, before we're totally fenced in and can never leave. But yeah, the fence people are getting closer to us. That's hard work. I don't mean to diminish what they're doing. I'm sure they're just doing what they're told.
East side, 29. Echo Alpha, hold short 18 left, American 29.
Skittles wants to know, isn't it a little dry to dig? Well, Skittles, you haven't been here to watch our evening shows when we get sprinkled on. They sprinkle a lot here, so this soil is pretty moist. And of course, they want to keep it moist, so if only because of a fire prevention effect. We have not had a lot of rain here this summer and fall here in North Texas, so you are right that it has been dry, but right around here where they're digging, it should be pretty moist. Although maybe if they dig into the sprinkler pipes, that would disable the sprinklers. Maybe I could go over and... No, I couldn't bribe them for that, could I? No. Karen Monson says, I hope they will put out a press release as to what is going on and why the fencing issue. I doubt that they'll put out a press release for this. I haven't had very good communication with the press department at DFW Airport.
Crosslight left Alpha 65 on top of
I made an inquiry as to
Departure Skywest 38.
what their what's going to be going on as far as celebrations in January for the anniversary, the 50th anniversary of the airport. I haven't heard back from them about that. And I haven't heard, and I also asked them about the eclipse next April, which will be a complete total eclipse here at on the airport property. And I wanted to know, well, you know, I'd love to cover it. I'll be here, but you know, it might be a little difficult here at this location because of I'm assuming there's going to be tremendous crowds for that event, and I'd like to know if they've set aside any area for the members of the media, you know, where maybe you could be assured a spot and place to park, and you know, perhaps some internet connection, because I would imagine that's also going to be quite congested on that day. So maybe they'll get back to me. I hope they will. I like DFW Airport. Well, we're just about through here, I think. There's nothing. Well, let's see. There's one more flight. We've got an Air Canada flight 1031 arriving from Toronto. It is a 737 MAX 8, a 5-year-old plane. Looks like it's going to be coming in on the other side, on the east side, but well, before we go, I should put in our our crawl to thank all of our members. Well, I've got a little downtime here. In addition to thanking our members down at the bottom, we're also going to say a special thank you to our channel sponsor, James Webb, who's just been tremendously beneficial to this channel. Thank you so much, James, for everything you do for us. Also to Airline Videos Live. We're going to send you there in just a moment or two. To Kevin and Rudy, and to Kevin especially for letting us use his Jackery batteries while he's not here. And a big, big, big thank you to all the members of the Runway DFW Moderation Federation who have been hanging out with us here this morning. I thank all of you for your tireless efforts to make this a really nice place for people to hang out. So thanks to all of you. We're watching the names go by of all of our members, and there's more than 200 of you now. And this, of course, is as of early this morning. So if you've become a member since then, or if you've upgraded your membership since then, that will be reflected on our next broadcast. All right, I see Kevin's fired up his behind-the-scenes presentation now. Kevin at Airline Videos Live, so we're about to sign off.
Frontier Flight 2702, 2800, and runway right.
So we don't have a... sometimes I like to have a nice spectacular ending when we have like a 747 arrive or a big A380 takeoff, but today it's just going to be me kind of saying goodbye, I guess. So, what can I say? We'll do our closing, and then we'll have you comment, and then we'll go away. So, thanks very much for watching, everybody. Airline Runway DFW. We're going to send you over. When this feed ends, you'll be auto-magically redirected over to Airline Videos Live, if that works for you. So have a great day, everyone, and we'll see you next time. Happy contrails to you until we meet again.
Travel arrangements for overseas acts and promotional consideration furnished by Pan American World Airways, the world's most experienced airline. Pan Am makes the going great. This is Dick Tufeld speaking.
We hope you liked it, too late to change it now.